Damn, you said PlayStation niggas love them Xbox games? Hold up, bro. Again? Again? Are you Xbox niggas? Are you PlayStation niggas getting exposed again? Hold up, bro. Let me see. PlayStation Starfield pre-order sales. Yeah, 1 day ago. Oh, wait, here we go. Insider Gaming. Good look. I missed this one. Starfield tops PlayStation pre-order charts. Starfield has reached the top of the PlayStation pre-order charts following its announcement for the PS5 and the 5 Pro. The PS5 release date for Starfield was announced earlier this week, with the developers also unveiling the Terran Armada DLC and the Free Lanes update. Both the expansion and the update are set to arrive with the PS5 version of Bethesda's spacefaring adventure, and players on the new platform seem pretty hyped. According to the gamers, the PlayStation pre-order charts show that the $70 premium edition is currently ranked #1. Following it are 2 other new games that arrive later this year. Lego Batman and then 007 First Light. This is crazy. Y'all swear I be making these jokes up. I appreciate this article. I don't know what it is. PlayStation niggas don't buy PlayStation exclusives that they claim that they love. But they love these Xbox games, bruh. God of War Ragnarok. Nah, nigga, give me that Grounded too. I want to be a little ass kid riding on the back of an ant booty. Let's ride around the neighborhood on the flying ant. Woo! That's what y'all like. C is Z's. And now you're on that Starfield. But I think what's especially interesting about the Starfield one, I mean, you're allowed to like what you like, right? I do remember when Starfield came out, the PlayStation niggas was definitely making fun of the Xbox niggas because it was a flop. This game has not changed much, so why are y'all excited about this flop? I'm confused. I'm confused by this. PlayStation niggas' spending habits need to be studied, bruh. Who's buying Starfield? Somebody is at the top of the fucking charts. Soros is not up there, apparently not. They want them Star Wars mods. I hate to break it to you, that's not coming to PlayStation, buddy. That's PC. Didn't Yote sell well though? Yeah, it sold all right. I think it was at the bottom of the top 10. But you would think these exclusives would be, when the exclusives do sell well, they're like between 6 and 10 of the top 10. You would think they'd be in the top 5, but for some reason they're not. Interesting. Other space related news. Verify my age. Oh, hold on, let me switch my account. I'm not on my main joint. Exodus dropped some new gameplay. People were asking me if I had seen it. Excuse me, I saved the trailer, but I haven't watched it yet. Apparently this game is made by some former developers of Mass Effect, and I seen Ethos on the timeline gushing about this shit. Hell yeah, we love the Xbox shit. Give me that shit. They don't know what to do with that shit. Yo, why? You sound like fucking, you sound like, what's the name? 6ix9ine when he was talking about, you ever seen a dude with a girl got a fat ass? You don't know what to do with that shit. Give me that shit. I know what to do with that shit. What's wrong with y'all niggas? You talking like it's a big booty chick, bro. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all funny, dude. It's fucking video games. Relax, horn dogs. Oh, shit. But yeah, let's check out Exodus. I heard this looks good. God damn. Shit blinding me. Hey, whoa, that frame rate dropping a little bit. That frame rate dropping a little bit. They might need to tone back the explosions a little bit. You know this ain't coming to the... Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, that's... For those who haven't played Mass Effect, that's straight up Mass Effect. The power wheel, it slows down time. They're not even trying to hide it. They might as well call this Mass Effect Junior. They might as well call this Mass Effect Junior. Thank God someone bringing it back. My thing is, like, when you take this route where it's very blatant that what you're being inspired by when it's on the screen, y'all better stick this landing, because off rip, like, this looks like Mass Effect Junior. And also, what are you doing different from Mass Effect? Because I'm not gonna lie, as much as I love Mass Effect, I don't really care to, if I want to play it, I'll just boot up the Legendary Edition. I don't want to play some cheap knockoff. So I hope there's something mechanically here or story-wise that separates it. Right, see that down there? That's Cleveland. It's on fire, y'all. The super mutants got them. I feel like you got a Sharingan for shaky frame rates. It's my job to criticize the game, so like I'm paying attention to that shit. Absolutely. Got grappling hooks, cool. Verticality, I like that. Mass Effect plus Dead Space, maybe. A little horror elements. I don't see horror elements. This looks more action. Cleveland don't have electricity, so you couldn't see that. You're right, my bad. That must be Cincinnati or something. My fault. The Sakara Glyph Shrine, a new area discovered. Oh, this damn slow walking. So something else. Drew Carpson is writing the story. He did Mass Effect 2. That little bit of gunfight looked cool. I gotta see some more though. The rest of this trailer I could have did without. The scope of it looks cool. I feel like they should have gave us one scope look, and then after that, like, what was the purpose of this? From here to the rest of the trailer, what was the point of that? He was just walking around. I gotta see more. What's the vibe in the comment section? Gameplay is what I'm worried about. Primitive Anthem. Yeah, just aura farming. Does it give you some sort of Mass Effect vibes? It does, but I gotta see what the story's hitting for. Like, finally, my Mass Effect itch is getting scratched. I'm Commander Shepard. This is my. They all say it all looks like it. Close enough. Welcome back, Mass Effect. To show off how pretty it is. Space maxing. Yeah. I'll sleep with one eye open. I gotta see more. I gotta see more. That's what I would say. I need an example of conversations to see how the characters talk. Agreed. I want to see what the story is about, how the characters interact, how you affect the story, what different gameplay changes there are. It's based on a book series. The second book drops this summer. So is it going to be a series of games based off the books too, like until the books are over? I love Mass Effect, but I do want this to be something different. Yeah, I want it to be something different. I want to experience something early 2027, they said. This game plays a first look at Exodus in motion. In clips, you'll see live combat encounters with John and companions. So you will have companions, like Mass Effect. Traversal across hostile terrains using the rail claw. And then a first glimpse inside the ancient celestial shrine, aka the Reapers. I'll sleep with one eye open. Spider-Man? I haven't watched it yet. Is the trailer fire? Shout out to the 900, 700. Why the fuck is it recommending me my own damn stream? Hit the like button. It's almost 1,000 people on the YouTube stream. Hit the fucking like button, bro. Can we get a new Shadow of War now? I hate to break it to you, bro. I don't think we're seeing any new Shadow of Mordor anytime soon. I agree with you. I would like another one, but you saw what happened to WB last year. WB need to figure out what the fuck they got going on before we make another one. All right, Spider-Man, brand new day trailer. Let's get it. So he's a stalker in this joint. Okay. when you lose your favorite eater. What I find interesting is I remember the end of the last Spider-Man, they all forgot who he was, right? What does confuse me, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong on this. Wasn't the only reason these two were friends was because of Peter? Because wasn't he originally Peter's best friend? And then eventually by the end of the first movie, she becomes cool with him. So like, how do they explain why are they fucking friends? Like, does it rewrite in their brain they have a different friendship history? You said, I didn't think of that. Just some food for thought. I don't understand how they're friends now. They meet again? Oh, they just meet again, huh? Kevin Feige said they'll just meet again. Like, because I guess we'll go with that. We'll go, fuck it, I guess. We'll just go with that. That's fucking funny. Maybe they just meet again.
Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
That's the scene that leaked. Wait, any Easter eggs? Any Easter eggs? What's on the wall? What's on the wall? This ain't right. I don't recognize nothing, dude. Hey, okay. Hey, Frank. Judge, jury, executioner. Hulk appears. Wait a minute. Mutating DNA. Wasn't there a I'm not a big Spider-Man fan, so y'all gonna have to correct me on this one. In the cartoon, didn't he go like into like a cocoon or some shit like that and become like a monster or some shit? Is Man Spider? Yeah, are they doing that? Yeah, this shit right here. Didn't he like go into it because he's saying I'm changed? This shit is funny. He said I'm changing. Okay, so is that the ongoing theory? That's what I thought. Man Spider. Okay. That's fuck. That costume's stupid. That story arc was ass. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really like that. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't like that story arc either. I do vividly remember not liking that part of the cartoon.
Oh, God. Excuse me, Dr. Banner. I need your help.
What did you say your name was?
Wouldn't that mean they're toying with bringing in Madam Web? I wouldn't want that. Oh my God, no, you're right. Sony's Madam Web. Oh no. Keep it out. Keep it out. Keep it out. Oh shit.
It would be enormously dangerous.
Spiders have 3 life cycles.
Who that supposed to be? They showed that for a reason. Who that supposed to be? I'm trying to slow it down.
Between cycles,
I hear Keith in the background.
the spider vulnerable to threats.
We are faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see.
Stay out of my way.
Scorpion. A danger that he can't see. What Spider-Man villain be going invisible? I'm trying to pick up on this shit.
Excuse me, Dr. Banner. I need your help.
Said
What did you
COVID.
say your name was?
Morbius. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
If DNA is mutating, it would be enormously dangerous.
Spiders have 3 life cycles.
Yeah, who's that supposed to be right there? Like, is that supposed to be who's that? What's up, buddy? We're watching Spider-Man.
When between
It's a lot going on. Is this the hand? You got Daredevil villains? Okay. Jean Grey, nah, y'all pulling my bone. Jean Grey. Is that what he's referencing when he says we can't see the threat?
Nice flowers.
Oh, they're, a house.
In the tank? Bro, there's so much going on in this trailer. My fault, y'all. I'm really...
the spider vulnerable to threats.
That old bitch in the tank ain't Jean Grey. What the fuck?
We can't control.
That's Jeannie Maygrave. What the fuck?
One we can't even see.
Stay out of my way.
You're losing it, kid.
And for those spiders who make it through,
Are you saying that is that supposed to be Jean Grey? What the fuck? She's a Jets fan. That look more like Rogue.
It amounts to a kind of rebirth.
A rebirth. Don't
Nice
listen to the
flowers.
chat. Y'all yapping. Y'all just chatting.
Housewarming gift.
I'm MJ.
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
Friendly neighbor.
Hey, hold on. Let me get in my nerd bag. Let me pull up. Who got a what did you miss? Because I feel like I'm missing some nerd ass shit up in here. What's the name of straight of Spider-Man? Brand new day. Easter eggs. Let's see. They got videos on this shit. New Rockstar. 48 minutes, nigga. I'm not watching that. They got a 10-minute joint. Every detail. Hey, shout out to the flop guy. Y'all about to make me pull out Watch Mojo. This shit 11. I'm not fucking watching. God damn, nigga. 48 minutes. It is not that deep. Pull up the
MJ's
10-minute
new
joint.
boyfriend. This shot right here might have just revealed.
Ew, this is AI. Fuck no. Y'all about to make me pull up Watch Mojo, man.
Something bad was going to happen, and the only way to stop it.
Yeah, they overly
Everyone
dedicated.
forget about me.
It is that
Welcome to
deep in
Watch Mojo.
Spider-Man.
Today we're looking at Easter eggs.
I have not watched a Watch Mojo video since like 2015, man. Give it up to Watch Mojo, man. They still hanging in there.
Small details you might have missed in the first trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Classic comic book covers. After the previous trilogy took the titular character in a slightly different direction, the Brand New Day trailer finds Peter Parker going back to basics. Peter is now alone, maintaining a secret identity and donning a stripped-down Spidey suit without any
Who missed this? This is about to make me turn the video off.
scene number 15, which marked Spider-Man's first comic appearance. Another shot where Spidey faces off against Tarantula is lifted from The Amazing Spider-Man number 134.
Oh yeah, when he was fighting against the wall. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Brand New Day will be grounded in earlier
Yeah, we're gonna have to hit the 1.5.
friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Rebirth.
Peter still has his letter. No Way Home ended with everyone forgetting that Peter is Spider-Man, including MJ.
That's not an Easter
Peter
egg.
initially plans to remind them, writing down everything he wants to tell his friend,
Next.
not knowing.
Is there anything else?
I might have to watch the new Rockstars later. I'm not pulling that up 40-minute video. I might have to say that for later.
Peter still has the note, meaning he isn't ready to let go completely. Through Peter's narration, we're given more insight into what he wants to say, that the fate of the multiverse depended on Peter Parker being forgotten. While Peter is slowly reconnecting with his friends, he struggles to save
You think he's gonna team up with Daredevil since he's fighting in the Hand and the Punisher? Yeah, since we got the Hand and the Punisher pulled up, I don't see why not. Also, he wouldn't know who Spider-Man was, right? But Peter would know he's a little off because he caught that brick, but he wouldn't know who he was, right? Because I don't think Peter revealed to him that he was Spider-Man, so he could just go to him, I guess. Be like, look, man, I'm different too, nigga.
the words that were much easier to put on paper.
I'm MJ.
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
Friendly neighbor.
MJ's new boyfriend. Even if Peter tells MJ, it appears she's already moving on. The trailer sees MJ getting close to another potential boyfriend.
And sometimes Spider-Man has to do the hard thing, even if it breaks.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this video sucks.
While it's unclear who MJ's new love interest is, he's played by Iman Esfandi, best known as the live-action
Who cares about the
series suggests it
boyfriend?
could be Paul Rabin, who made his comic debut in 2022. Paul becomes a serious love interest for MJ, together raising 2 children. It's ultimately revealed that Paul is the son of Emissary, one of Spider-Man's foes. This only intensifies his rivalry with Peter. Being one of the most disliked modern Spider-Man characters, Paul might be a controversial choice, but it's not like things work out for him and MJ in the comics. Keith David's voiceover. Keith David has one of the most distinct voices on the planet.
Yeah, I literally said, all right, bro, I'm out. They point out shit I already saw, nigga. I want some super nerdy shit, bro. I'm gonna just save this fucking video for later, man. Captain Obvious, the video. I would just say this shit. Why are you hitting me, dude? You hungry? You hungry? I'm gonna just watch the new Rockstars one later. That shit 40 minutes to see. Is there another 10-minute one? I mean, this one's 50. This one's 15 minutes. I don't know. Your biggest Spider-Man brand new day questions as shorts. Rockstar with here. Let's go to can I watch that from here? Filters. Oh, you know what? I can't I don't think I can watch shorts on my computer. I have it blocked. Yeah, I have shorts blocked on my computer in the web browser. I can't watch them. It is what it is, bro. You got the 48 video. Nah, I'm not watching that shit. I'm not watching that shit. Aki telling you to play. You want to play some Crimson Desert? Is that what it is? You want to be? I'm a border collie. I'm very smart. I know good controls. I watch it on my own time. Emergency Awesome is good. He is. How long was his video? Yeah, we're gonna watch that 48-hour video. Man, I mean that 48-minute video.
Stream, man.
It's 12 minutes. All right, I'll pull that one up. I'll pull that one up. Yo, yeah, no, Emergency Awesome is who I usually watch. I thought, I didn't see it unless I'm blind. This shit fucking 20 minutes, nigga. Hidden X-Men characters and shit. All right, I'm gonna put this bitch on 1.5 because I want to know.
It amounts to a kind of...
I said it was 12 minutes, lying ass niggas.
Rebirth.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. Now that we've all had a chance to watch the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer 15 billion more times, there's way more Easter eggs, way more stuff going on in the background, way more secrets that they're trying to hide and edit out of the trailer digitally to remove spoilers, potentially.
There's an 11-minute one?
Break it all down. We see what you're doing, Marvel and Sony, trying to hide stuff in the trailer from us. Probably
that's what he looks like. I've never seen it before.
On my trailer video was this character here in the bus that he passes when he's being drugged by the tank, and people are wondering, is this Rogue? Because of the way her hair has that white streak in it, and it looks a little bit like Rogue in the comics. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is 100% probably not Rogue, and this is just some random person, but they're trying to mislead you and make you think that it might be Rogue. I definitely think that they're playing on your idea of X-Men during the actual trailer, because there is X-Men stuff that's going on with her character.
Yeah, she looked like Rogue, but like for real, like Rogue got to be a baddie, chat. Come on. That's not Rogue. That's not Rogue.
Mutant stuff, Jean Grey stuff, so why wouldn't they be doing other mutant-related stuff in the trailer too? But the actual character sitting on the bus is not meant to be Rogue herself. Right now, I think that Sadie Sink is playing a version of Jean Grey. And
yeah, no disrespect, no disrespect. We got expectations.
There are many people with powers, and we'll talk about that because Bruce Banner talks to Spider-Man about his DNA mutating. So people are like, are they going to make Spider-Man a mutant in the MCU? Now, that's not exactly what's happening. They are doing some comic book arcs for Spider-Man with him changing, him evolving and his powers changing, but he's not turning into an actual mutant. He's just mutating. In Marvel Comics, the distinction is that people with biological powers are either mutates or mutants. It's a really small distinction, but it is important. So people who are mutants, like the X-Men, have to be born with the X gene that manifests.
That could be an interesting way, yeah, bringing them in, like hinting at it that way.
Their biological powers that way. There are a couple traditional mutants, like X-Men type mutants, inside the MCU already, like Namor in Miss Marvel. They already changed Miss Marvel's backstory, and now she is a mutant. They literally called her one during the Miss Marvel series. They even played a little bit of the X-Men the Animated Series theme song when they made that reveal and said mutant.
Like a mutation.
Yo, shout out to Emergency Awesome, because I was not watching that shit, man. I just learned she was a mutant. I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate that shit, man. I was not watching that show. All right, so she's a mutant. That's the main takeaway. Cool.
Then there's people like Spider-Man and the Hulk who do have biological powers, but they weren't born with them. They were mutated later in life, like Spider-Man got the spider bite and Hulk got his gamma accident. Monica Rambeau also had her DNA mutated by the Hex. Marvel actually calls these people inside the MCU in present day enhanced people. Captain America is another good example of that too. He's an enhanced individual, enhanced by the super soldier serum that mutated his DNA. There's also the digital readout when Spider-Man's being scanned later in the trailer that actually calls him out as an enhanced individual, not a mutant. But you do notice in the trailer, they really, really want you to think that he is going to evolve organic web shooters like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and they're going to be paying off that funny Easter egg where they were all joking at each other with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man wanting to see his holes and then talking about web blocks. Tom Holland's Spider-Man also remembers all that stuff. The spell didn't erase any of his own memories, so he'll remember talking to them about the actual organic webbing, like, oh, I knew a guy that actually had organic webbing like this. There was another version of me from another universe, who he will probably see again during
maybe another Toby appearance. Maybe he calls up Toby somehow.
Avengers Secret Wars. His actual transformation was from the other comic book storyline with the spider totems.
What do I do?
They're changing from that. They're not going full on spider totems, Ezekiel type stuff, like spider gods and that kind of stuff. They're not getting that crazy with it. What they're probably doing is just adapting the portion of that storyline.
Yeah, because that's for Miles, nigga. That's what we saving it for.
Where he evolves going into the cocoon and coming out with enhanced powers, spider-like powers. But I also think the other change they're doing is they're not going to do 6-arm spider, like he's not going to grow 6 arms like he did in the comics, or turn into man spider like he did during the animated series. But another cool comp to Spider-Man the animated series, if you haven't seen it, it's fantastic. That Spider-Man actually crossed over with X-Men the animated series. So Spider-Man has had a lot of adventures with the X-Men, which would make sense that he had this adventure now in the MCU, like the live-action version of this, with this version of Jean Grey. But obviously Kevin Feige and Marvel have very different plans for this version of Sadie Sink, Jean Grey, in the future of the MCU, this new X-Men reboot movie that they're making.
So this is supposed to be Jean.
Right after Avengers Secret Wars. The only enhanced abilities that we see Spider-Man having after he comes out of the cocoon so far are the organic webbing, like they really want you to think he has organic webbing. Because notice, he doesn't have his web shooters on when he comes out of the cocoon hanging upside down, and he uses his webbing. And also when he's fighting the hand ninjas at the end of the trailer, he doesn't have his web shooters on when he uses the enhanced webbing to break the katana, like break the steel of the katana. So one of the other new powers with his red eyes here too, makes it seem like it's his version of a Hulk out mode, like a version of Bruce Banner hulking out. Both his webbing is stronger than his synthetic webbing, and he himself is actually stronger than he was before.
I guarantee you this hand scene is going to be like 2 minutes long. Like the Hand is a cool villain for like Daredevil, but this nigga Spider-Man is gonna wash them. Like, I guarantee you, this is about as long as this scene's gonna be.
This is also why I think that they will read out with all of his abilities on it, because his abilities will change during the movie. He will get stronger and have more abilities.
I'm mutating. Into what? I don't know.
Just reading what this digital readout actually does say, like zoom in and enhance on it in the 4K version. Subject designation, Vigil 9, unidentified, enhanced operative. Like I said, MCU calls these types of people like Spider-Man, Hulk with biological powers, enhanced people, non-mutant superheroes with biological powers. Agility enhanced, non-lethal profile, like Hulk would be lethal probably, like someone with even...
This is so fucking nerdy, dude. Like, I respect it though. Like, this nigga downloaded the trailer, zoomed in with the magnifying glass 200%. Use the AI upscale to read the text, but we appreciate you, Emergency. Somebody got to do it.
Last known activity, urban traversal via synthetic filament. That's his web-slinging synthetic webbing going around the city. Visual lock acquired. Confidence 92%. I think the idea is that this system scans...
Yeah, he used the DLSS 5.
To have a confidence level for people that can mimic or pretend to be other people. People who try to disguise themselves as other people, or people who can shapeshift, like Mystique, for instance. Then it says enhanced human detected, superior strength, muscle fiber density, tensile strength, advanced class B, meaning that he's not quite as strong as someone like the Hulk who would be like A or even like S level, like whatever they consider like the top level. Then superior agility, neural report time, reflexive overdrive, class C, which is exactly what it sounds like how quick is he? But they're also treating his spider sense, his heightened senses, as something a little bit different. Heightened senses, ocular enhancement, augmented class
More like
A,
B+. I'd argue A, because he pulls his punches.
Like his eyesight is way better, but I also think it's a reference to his spider sense. Then it says Operation Agent Ramirez, priority elevated. So I think that the scanner here actually belongs to damage control. It doesn't belong to Bruce Banner. This is probably related to that prison that you see her trapped in, Sadie Sink's Jean Grey character in the trailer, and also the tank busting into the actual damage control prison. If we're assuming that the trailer footage isn't that misleading, the trailer makes it seem like what happens is she uses her mind control ability to get this old woman to operate the tank and crash into the prison and free her, probably. Like she's probably trying to free herself, and that's why right after the tank crashes in, Spider-Man opens it up, then we hear the popping sound as she jumps mines to the guards, then up to the top, and probably to another person too.
We are faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see.
That sound effect just makes it seem like she's just going from mind to mind. It's the way they're visualizing it on screen, so people know when she's jumping into someone else's mind to mind control them. Also, probably, big theory.
Do I love Spider-Man as a character? He's okay to me. I've never really been like a big Spider-Man fan. Like, he's just cool. Like, if you want to watch it, I'll be like, I want to watch it. But like, would I ever identify myself as a Spider-Man fan? Nah. I've always been a Black Panther fan before the movies, not to sound bougie.
Now too, that she's trying to rescue herself from the...
I don't really identify with Peter.
Also, it's probably the reason why the Hulk's out again. You remember what happened with Scarlet Witch during Avengers Age of Ultron? She messed with Hulk's mind and caused him to go full-on savage, like completely lose control. Imagine Sadie Sink is Jean Grey, very powerful telepath, even if she doesn't have the Phoenix Force yet. Really easy, convenient way to explain why Bruce Banner, who has the device that stops him from hulking out from She-Hulk, that's basically what he has. He had it in Shang-Chi movie too. It stops him from going into full Hulk mode. Why she would be able to jump into his mind, then get him to rip that off and cause him to Hulk out. You also remember that the leaked trailer almost looks identical to this trailer. There were just a couple scenes in the leaked trailer, a couple lines of dialogue from characters like Sadie Sink's character that don't appear in this first official teaser trailer. In the leaked trailer, her dialogue was, "You're a mess, Spider-Man. Don't get in my way. Otherwise, it won't just be your friends who don't remember who Peter Parker is." Wouldn't it make sense if Jean Grey
identify with Static Shock? That's my second favorite, probably.
We're still wondering about that. Like, how does she wind up in the MCU if she's Jean Grey? She uses her mind reading to read Peter Parker's mind and instantly realizes that the person under the mask is Peter Parker. Like, oh, boom.
I just pray with this Jean Grey shit. They don't pull a Fox and go straight to like the whole Phoenix saga. And I'm gonna be honest, not only do I not want to see the Phoenix saga, I don't even want you niggas to hint at it. Like, just let her be Jean for a little bit. Because you know at some point they're gonna try to do it. But don't rush. Like, let the story play out. Give it some time. Shout out to Booty Gorilla with the $2 super chat.
Who you are, because I just read your mind. This is also supposed to be her raising her hands inside what looks like his apartment in front of all these displays in this readout. Also more evidence that this is Jean Grey, just in a slightly different... Like, we're talking about the green and the yellow color coding to her comic book costume that's green and yellow. But also, when the trailer dropped, this official Marvel artist who works at Marvel dropped this picture of Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, like calling her Jean Grey that looks just like she does in the actual trailer, in this outfit. The call... the people at Marvel...
So that's why y'all thought, because the hoodie and then the reference to the comic. Okay.
Also think that she happens to be Jean Grey. What a coincidence. You also remember last year it was reported that her character, before we knew who she actually was, would be working with the Punisher. So why is Jean Grey working with the Punisher and they're introducing her this way to the MCU going forward?
No, the better question is, what does Jean Grey need the Punisher for? That's a crazy team up. He needs her, but she don't need him. That's a crazy team up.
We do know about the Punisher because we see a couple big scenes with him in the trailer, and it seems like he and Spider-Man are at odds over taking people down. Is that the Punisher is going after people like Scorpion, people like Boomerang, who we also see in the trailer, other villains, street-level villains, slightly lower villains. basically on his regular patrol doing things that normal Punisher would be doing, trying to take down villains. The only difference is that he likes to kill his villains, so I think the idea is that Spider-Man is trying to stop Punisher from killing Scorpion, but also how does Scorpion break out of prison and who gives him his mechanical Scorpion suit? That also might have something to do with Tombstone during the movie, who's being played by Marvin Jones III, who
I suspect too, because they're showing this footage already in the trailer, the Punisher's cameo is going to be very short. It's probably going to be in the first third of the movie. He's probably hunting the Scorpion or something like that, and he's trying to kill him, and then Spidey swings in to save the day. And then he gives this whole monologue. They both give a monologue about their ideologies. I'm Peter Parker, and I don't believe in killing. We need to lock him up so he can break out again. And then Punisher's gonna be like, no, you need to put him down. You need to put him down. you put him down, they don't get back up. That's the problem with you superheroes. And then they're gonna go their own. They're gonna disagree. They're gonna agree to disagree and go about their own way. Tombstone.
we're wondering if we actually heard him in the trailer, or was that Keith
This was the most racist villain ever.
David talking about the
Tobias Wales.
Spiders
Yeah, listen here, webhead.
When between cycles can leave the spider vulnerable.
Re-listening to the trailer like 10, 15 more times, it still sounds just like Keith David, but he was not announced for the movie, so we have no idea who he could be playing, and he sounds like he's giving a very scientific...
It's gonna be Julius the third. Listen. It's gonna be the Punisher gonna be hunting down the 3rd Street Saints, bro. Y'all remember that? Julius Saints Row. That's what it is, bro. At the beginning of the movie, the Punisher gonna be hunting down motherfucking Julius and the Scorpion, trying to take down Saints Row in New York, bro. That's why we heard him, bro.
But he was not announced for the movie, so we have no idea who he could be
You
playing.
heard it here
sounds like he's
first.
giving a very scientific explanation for the evolution of spiders to Spider-Man. So the crafting is wide open for who he could potentially be playing. He actually says spiders have 3 life cycles, and between cycles, it can leave the spider vulnerable to threats. Those spiders that survive go through a kind of rebirth. As I said in my last video, this is meant to be both a metaphor for him going through the cocoon, evolving, getting more spider powers like the other storyline, but also the rebirth of Spider-Man in a creative sense at Marvel Studios. They're using this movie as a...
Yo, shout out to Will Actually Cares with the $5 super chat. He said the Punisher did take down the Marvel Universe, Gene being one of them on the moon, I think. Yeah, but didn't he do that after he stole Rhodey's suit? It wasn't like street Punisher. It was because he had an Iron Man suit. That's why he was going crazy. I think that's the storyline, right?
As well as like the Hulk character too. Like they want to get him back to Savage Hulk mode.
I don't think that would happen in this.
You also remember this is clearly meant to set him up for a new trilogy of movies. People are also wondering too, because they tease the symbiote at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home inside the MCU. Are they going to do symbiote?
That's also some Elseworld shit, so it's not canon.
In the symbiote suit somewhere in the movie. My assumption is no, just because there's so much other stuff happening in the movie. It just feels like doing a symbiote arc on top of all that would be way too much, and they're going to save Spider-Man symbiote for Avengers.
Agreed. Introduction of Punisher, Jean Grey, Scorpions in there. There's a lot of ideas going on. We don't need a Phoenix. We don't need a symbiote. They're doing a little too much, even from the trailer.
So they can be a little.
I want a concise, well-written story.
Change stories from the comics all the time in very significant ways, but there'll be some Easter eggs for big comic book moments, and it just seems like too much of a slam dunk to see him get his symbiote during actual movie Secret Wars. Then they can just do more symbiote arc in whatever Spider-Man 5 and 6 wind up turning into in the future. We have the actual full text of what his letter reads to MJ. So zoom in and enhance here. It says, "Hi, my name is Peter Parker, and you don't remember me, but I have something to tell you that's going to sound crazy, but it's the truth. And I know you're going to believe me because you're very good at telling when I'm lying. We used to know each other. We worked together, but something bad was going to happen to the world, and the only way to stop it was to make everyone forget me, including you, because I'm not just Peter Parker, I'm Spider-Man. And sometimes Spider-Man has to do the hard thing, even if it breaks Peter Parker's heart. Maybe I'll never read this to you. Maybe I'm just writing this for me. Maybe that's my responsibility to live alone with the truth. But the truth is I love you, and I hope that deep down, something inside you remembers you love me too." So now you look at their Charlie Day meme board in the background.
What are you talking about?
MJ and Ned seem like they're trying to figure out who Spider-Man is, and she actually does still love him deep down, but she doesn't totally understand what's happening because of the effects of the spell. There are a couple other real notable Easter eggs also spotted in the background after watching the trailer a couple more times. Notice that MJ still has the Black Dahlia broken necklace that Peter gave her in the previous movies, and the Charlie Day-style conspiracy board of Spider-Man pictures in the room seem like it actually belongs to Ned Leeds, and MJ and Spider-Man, like Peter Parker, accidentally winds up seeing it, going, wait a minute, are you trying to figure out who Spider-Man is? And it's also meant to be another comp to Spider-Man Far From Home when we found out that MJ...
Who's your favorite Spider-Man played by?
...was Spider-Man this whole time. Like, she figured out...
Yeah, I liked all the new Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland. It's probably gonna piss a lot of people off, but even as a millennial, I think Tom Holland is my favorite Spider-Man. In terms of consistency, I feel like Toby is good nostalgia, but I personally think Tom is a better Spider-Man. That being said, I think out of all of them, I think Andrew had the best performance overall in that last Spider-Man movie. I think Andrew stole the show. So, like, who's the most consistent? I say Tom. Who had the best performance? Andrew. And then who's the most nostalgic? I think Toby.
That on her own in the original.
Like, I think I said it on the stream. It almost makes me think maybe Sony should give Andrew another shot since they want to do this whole Venomverse thing. because Andrew proved he's actually a really good actor. They just had bad writing and bad directing. It goes to show you that it's a team effort, because when they brought him into the MCU, he fucking cooked. He was my favorite part of that movie.
Spider-Man MCU trilogy. Maybe she's trying to do it again now. There are also people that swear that they can spot some Daredevil pictures on this board here with Spider-Man in the background. So like Spider-Man over the past couple of years since the events of Spider-Man No Way Home has had adventures with Daredevil in the background, but I don't know that I can necessarily spot actual Daredevil in the background. So you can let me know if you think that Daredevil is on this board too with Spider-Man in some of the pictures. Charlie Cox swears that he is not in this movie. We will see if that's accurate, because next big Easter egg, there's this moment here that feels right out of Spider-Man No Way Home's trailer. If you remember the famous Andrew Garfield trailer where they digitally removed him from that Sinister Six fight at the end, but everybody still looked at it and said, there's probably a missing Spider-Man that they just took out of this trailer. When you look at this new scene of him flying across camera against the hand ninjas, there's all this dead space, and some of the hand are actually looking downward below him. So it's almost like there are a couple figures that they digitally removed from here.
Yeah, that makes sense, Hamp.
In this photo, my early assumption is that it's probably Punisher and Hulk. Part of the idea in the movie is that we do see them go
Electro appearance
where Hulk's out and Spider-Man has to try and stop him. He tries to stop Punisher from killing people. So like they fight a little bit early in the movie, but at the end of the trailer, we also see Punisher trying to help Spider-Man out. So that's probably from that scene where they're all flying across camera at the hand.
Yeah, I've seen Spawn, the animated series.
Then there's also the Easter egg behind.
Shout out to Arsenal and shout out to Kane with the subs. Appreciate it.
The Hulk inside his classroom here while he's in banner form, and Peter comes to talk to him. There's also some audio in the leaked version of the trailer where he tells him, "You're not my student. Who are you?" So even if Peter is going to Empire State University like he was in the comics during the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man era, he's not in Bruce Banner's actual comics.
I'm something of a scientist myself.
My assumption is that he's just going through this evolution, like he comes out of the cocoon and he needs help, so he goes to one of the science bros that he knows, even though technically Bruce Banner doesn't remember that he, Peter Parker, is Spider-Man and they fought together as Avengers. He obviously talks to him all about mutation. I've already talked about that. But notice behind him on the board, QCD. It's lattice quantum chromodynamics. This is an actual
what? I should have known.
Scientific theory all about quarks and particles found inside every atomic nucleus at low energies.
Right.
A fundamental force called the strong force.
Quantum teraflops.
Impossible to isolate. If one quark gets too far away from another quark, the strong force will spontaneously pull a set of particles from the vacuum, a quark, to replace the wayward quark in an anti-quark to couple with it and form a composite particle. This bizarre behavior makes it extremely difficult, if not impossible, for scientists to make accurate predictions about isolated quarks. Scientists then use this to talk about quantum dynamics in the fourth dimension. You remember that time is basically the fourth dimension, so here we're getting back to MCU stuff. In the actual trailer, I think this is
that shit was mad dirty, dude.
To be a very pointed Easter egg for what's happening in this movie with all the characters, especially Sadie Sink's Jean Grey character, which might be from another universe, and what happened with his spell during Spider-Man No Way Home, the way it affected reality, and what's happening with Avengers Doomsday, Secret Wars, the incursions, and Doctor Doom stuff. Basically, Bruce Banner's lesson is meant to be like a metaphor for what's happening in the MCU right now in this movie, what just happened, and what's going to happen in Avengers Doomsday. Peter's spell destabilized the multiverse even more, and they're going to use this theory, QCD, to explain how Jean Grey, Sadie Sink's character, wound up in
crosses
the MCU,
over,
and how this leads to more incursions in the slow collapse of the multiverse as like realities collapse.
Yeah, it's bullshit. At the end of the last Spider-Man movie, it was mad holes open in the fucking dimensions. It's easy to say that a bunch of people just slipped through. That's how the X-Men are going to come through.
In on itself because of what's happening. Some of the other really important questions, too. How long has Sadie Sink been stuck inside the MCU? Like, how long has she been working with Punisher? How long is she stuck inside that damage control prison? The other really big thing here, too, is that Tremel Tillman is playing William Metzger, who's
the midichlorian count.
Just more X-Men-related theories about Jean Grey, Sadie Sink's character. You also notice that he mentions to him a threat that they cannot see. I think that's just a comp to psychic powers, telepaths, telekinesis. I know there are a ton of other questions, like who's the actual main villain of this movie? Is it actual damage control? Are they the real villains of this movie? What about Tombstone? Is he meant to be one of the main villains of this movie? What did actually...
Yeah, so, like... I think all the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies are good. I think my main, and this one looks good too. I think my main concern would be with this one is like they're just doing too much. Because I could have swore Kevin Feige said they wanted to go back to like a street level neighborhood Spider-Man type of shit. We talking about the fucking Hand, Tombstone, Punisher, Jean Grey, all the other X-Men, the Hulk. It's a lot going. It's a lot of moving pieces here, and I'm curious to see how they're gonna, if they're gonna stay. Potentially Man Spider or some shit.
She comes to Daredevil, Hand, stuff like
Scorpion.
My assumption is that somebody else in the film, like another villain, just hires them, and that's why they're here. Probably the easiest theory there is that
they refuse to let Holland be his own main character. Nah, that's facts. Because I do feel like Tony stole a lot of his thunder in like the older ones. Like they should just let him shine.
He's one of the crime bosses working in the city, like classic comic book Tombstone. Maybe he is also the one who arms the Scorpion with.
Yeah, the Hand is a street level villain. That being said, when you have a city full of villains, it's no longer like street level type of shit because he's getting jumped. Is what I'm saying is just too much going on.
His mechanical suit. This is really just the tip of the iceberg. We could probably watch the trailer 15 billion more times and find even more stuff in the background. So if there's stuff that I didn't talk about during my last video or during this video that you think you spotted, just write it below in the comments. We will probably get that next.
Yo, I've watched this. He must have just started appearing on a video. I've watched this motherfucker's video so many times. I don't know why I thought this nigga was like 21 or something. Like this is a middle-aged white man. Shout out to you though. You do your thing.
Or during this video.
I don't know why I thought he was like 21.
We will probably get either next month or the month after that. Typically they release 3 or 4 really big trailers for movies like this heading up into the summer. The other really big reminder is that we have Daredevil Born Again Season 2 episodes starting next week. I'll be doing episode videos for that. There are a couple other bonus videos that I'm working on it for too. So be
It makes sense though why he's so knowledgeable though. He's
Everybody
been
click
reading
here
for a
my other
long
big Spider-Man
time.
Brand New Day trailer video, and click here for all my Avengers Doomsday videos.
His passion keeps him young at heart. Type shit. You get a like, buddy. Especially for the science breakdown. Yeah, it looks good. I'll be in the chair there watching, breaking it down. Like I said, all the other Spider-Man movies have been good, so I have no doubt in my mind that this one's gonna be good. But I hope they stick the landing with all the different moving pieces. Batman. Wait, they're gonna have Peter listen in the future? What? All I know is I'm calling off when it comes out. I don't know about all that. Sonic 4 in theaters March 19, 2027. Anybody? Sonic? Sorry.
You think your world is safe, but your time is about to run out. The chaos has only just begun.
Amy's here, guys. When does Mario come out? That's a good question. I actually don't know. Mario Galaxy movie. Is it April? April 1st. Yeah, so pretty soon. Basically in 2 weeks. Yeah, April 1st. That is a day one. What day does that fall on? That's a Wednesday. Oh, I take that back. I won't be seeing that day one. Probably see it like, well, I'll probably see it Thursday because usually we go out on Thursdays. I'll see that day two, basically. Metal Sonic. Yeah, Metal Sonic's going to be the villain in the next one. You didn't see the last Sonic movie? It was at the end of the last one. You got to catch up on Daredevil season. I do. But I also got to... I just finished Love is Blind Ohio season, you know. Got to start Invincible. I do need to catch up on Daredevil. It's just not enough time in a fucking day, bruh. Like last night I was supposed to start Invincible because I actually had a little bit of free time. I had like 3 hours of free time. I said, let me knock these episodes out real quick. I lied down in a bed. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to stop laying down in the fucking bed, bruh. I like, you understand when you get older, your back hit the bed, you be gone, nigga. I might have to sit up on the couch with Ak and just watch, bro. Invincible. I believe it. I'm just fucking tired, dude. That's all that shit is. So next thing you know, I woke up. It was like 2 a.m. I said it was 2 a.m, right? And fucking Aki was in the bed. Like, you know how you have like I was sleeping and my legs kind of were like bent, so it was almost like a C. He was laying in between my legs. I'm like, all right, bro, that's kind of cute, but go to fucking bed, nigga. I put him in his kennel. I was like, good night, man. I was like, my dad's tired. I'm tired. I gotta go to sleep too. He be on code. That shit is funny. As soon as my socks come off, I'm done for it. Type shit. You gonna be sleeping on the couch too? Yeah, probably. Hey, but no, because I binged all of I haven't watched that either. Fucking Fallout Season 1 on the couch. That's why I gotta start watching on the couch probably, so I can just sit up. Once you hit your 30s, that bed is a killer, especially if you got a nice bed. Netflix Assassin's Creed adaptation will tell an original story set over 1,400 years before the series' other trip to Italy in Assassin's Creed 2. Netflix live-action Assassin's Creed series will take place over 1,400 years before the events of AC2. The first or chronologically now technically second time the series visited Italy. Earlier today, Netflix and Ubisoft announced the upcoming Assassin's Creed series has officially begun production in Italy. Not just that, the team also revealed it'll be set in ancient Rome in 64 AD. Ubisoft's own Italy-based Assassin's Creed 2, meanwhile, primarily takes place between 1476 and 1499. Those history buffs among us will know that 64 AD saw the reign of rather tyrannical and debaucherous Emperor Nero. Notable events during the period include Nero's supposed marriage to, I don't know how to pronounce that, a freedman during the Centennial, and the Great Fire of Rome, which destroyed 3/4 of the city. While some historians have blamed Nero and his incompetence for this tragedy, the emperor himself is said to have blamed the Christian community within Rome, which resulted in their persecution. While neither Netflix or Ubisoft has yet said, I do wonder if this may be the focus of the Assassin's Creed TV show plot. The only thing I'm curious of is this an excuse for an Ezio for an Ezio. Shout out to the 1,000 people we got in the YouTube chat. Hit the like button. Is this just an excuse for an Ezio cameo? Like, they don't want to make a show starring him, but they want to make it in the same time period, the same area, just so like they run into each other, maybe do a mission together, but it's not using him too much. Then they could use him in the promo art, in the trailers, and act like he's a big part of it. Unless it's some Elseworld shit, then it might not happen. By the way, if anyone cares, RIP Chuck Norris type shit. Do I have my nose pierced? Yes. Did you watch the Devil May Cry anime? I did not. Wasn't there an Assassin's Creed movie? Yeah, starring Magneto, but we don't talk about that shit. So yeah, there's a little bit of info on it until I see a trailer. I don't know. Nintendo is reportedly making a Switch 2 with a user replaceable battery for Europe. Nintendo is reportedly preparing a new version of the Switch 2 with a user replaceable battery, according to Nikki. This is to comply with the 2023 EU right to repair policy on portable electronics that mandates easy battery replacement. The regulation also covers the Joy-Con 2 controllers, so they're reportedly being redesigned to allow users to replace each lithium-ion battery. We don't know when this new Switch 2 will hit short shelves, but the policy gives the company until 2027 to make the required changes. You know, why can't there be certain things that we adopt from Europe? Europeans get on my fucking nerves sometimes, but sometimes y'all get it right, man. With this being the right to repair your shit, and then also the USB-C mandate, the USB-C mandate, where they force the iPhone to have a USB-C like everything else. Why can't we do that shit over here, man? Shit's fucking annoying. This is great news for Europe, but the rest of the world isn't quite so lucky. There are no reported plans by Nintendo to bring this console refresh to other regions, but IGN notes this could be the change if countries adopt similar policies to the EU. Tossing a perfectly good handheld console in the trash because the battery craps out isn't fun, so here's hoping they do. Right. It extends the lifespan. A replaceable battery extends the lifespan of the hardware. And it also, I'd imagine it'd be great for traveling. Like, let's say, you know, you got a long 15, 20 hour flight going across the world, and you know, you want to get some Switch gaming in, you could charge 2-3 batteries and just swap them bitches, bro. Yo, can we get this shit over here in the States? This is a W for the for the road man ting. For the road man ting. You said the answer too many times. Yeah, capitalism, bro. Capitalism, but also a lack of class consciousness too. Americans are too individual. They only worry about things when it affects them. They don't ever think about the betterment of their neighbor, which is funny because the main people who are perpetrators of that shit are the ones who they go to church and say love our neighbor, and then they leave church and call ICE on people. Ain't that crazy? It's funny. It's not funny, but it is. It's just hypocritical. But the PS4 bros won't upgrade. PS4 doesn't run like on a battery like that though. That needs a power source. But I get what you're saying. It's fuck PS4 niggas. Resident Evil developers were reportedly in the dark about the DLSS 5 reveal. The AI stories get worse. NVIDIA's DLSS 5 controversy continues to simmer as the chipmaker showed off examples of the AI-powered tech on Monday. While NVIDIA reps claim that DLSS 5 represents the most significant breakthrough in computer graphics since the debut of real-time ray tracing in 2018. Isn't that crazy? Because ray tracing is a scam in itself. So this is the biggest scam since ray tracing. That makes sense. Observers were quick to point out that technology was significantly altering the artistic intent of the developers. That's facts. And not for the better, as evident by the bizarrely yassified face of Resident Evil Requiem's Grace's face that's been making the rounds on social media. According to Insider Gaming, developers at Capcom were largely unaware the studio had entered into this partnership with NVIDIA. NVIDIA plans to launch the DLSS 5 this fall, and the tech will support games from developers like Bethesda, Capcom, NetEase, Tencent, Warner Bros., and Ubisoft. Anonymous sources at Capcom told Insider Gaming that the announcement was especially shocking given that the company had been very anti-AI when it comes to the Resident Evil Requiem and other unannounced titles. Staff at Ubisoft were equally taken aback, with one saying, "We found out at the same time as the public." Basically meaning that the heads of these companies, these suits, are going behind the artist's back and cutting AI deals. Ray tracing has never impressed me. I agree. That shit has never impressed me, and all it does is drop your frame rate. It's not worth it. Anytime that shit is on by default on a PC game, I turn it all the way to fuck off. Meanwhile, Ubisoft's Charlie Gamont praised the tech in the NVIDIA press release. Immersion is about making the world feel real. DLSS 5 is a real step towards that goal, Gamont said. The way it renders lighting, materials, and characters changes what we can promise to players. On Assassin's Creed Shadows, it's letting us build the kind of worlds we're always wanted to. Which is what? Just shit all over the fucking map? It's not uncommon for executives to keep rank and file staff in the dark about certain business decisions, but the NVIDIA partnership may suggest a potential cultural shift for Capcom. For one thing, the studio invested significant time and resources to ensure Grace and Leon felt like real human beings in Requiem. The actor who portrayed Grace recently told Polygon that the role required hours of grueling physical performance. She wasn't alone in the recording booth, but in a motion capture studio with her scene partners. It brought humanity to the game in a way that makes it feel like it's much more real, so the story can shine, which was wonderful for an actor. I think that's the kind of dream, they said. Elseworld, Leon S. Kennedy's actor, told Polygon that this deep love for the series is a major reason his portrayal continues to resonate with the audience. Yo, shout out to Jiggle Them Balls with the gifted subs. Appreciate it. Yeah, this sucks. Like, imagine working on some shit for like the longest and then having somebody just replace your shit with something that you didn't even ask. That's fucking annoying, bro. They better be getting pay raises and shit like that, especially because Capcom games are selling well. Me no likey, me no likey. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Why y'all typing that shit? We got some more gameplay for Echoes of Incrad, the new Sword Art Online game. For those people who care. Hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. No subtitles. Mobile slop? No, it's a single player RPG coming to PC and console. God. Who am I? Didn't we see this trailer before? Nah, not this one. This is a different one. I definitely don't remember this boss fight or this one either. Anime slop. What do you think, buddy? You think it's anime slop? It's coming. Who's ready? You agree? It's anime slop. Give me a kiss if you think it's anime slop. He didn't give me a kiss, so I don't think he thinks that. Bye-bye. Okay. What else? Black Torch official trailer. Is that a new anime? Do you like Sword Art Online? Nah. I watched like 1 or 2 episodes and I turned that shit off. That shit was whack. That nigga was laying in the bed the entire time, bro. Is this a cool anime? Black Torch official trailer. Nakamura wants the data on the Saints attacking Cleveland. Oh shit. What is this about? It's just an intro. Yeah, we're good off that. We're good off that. Lies of P sold 4 million copies. You know, for such a highly revered game, you would think that this has sold more. Granted, it was free on PlayStation like last year too, so we don't know how many people actually played it. But 4 million's good, but like I thought they would have sold at least like 10 million. If you haven't played this game, get it on a sale. It's a good game, bro. What anime am I watching? I tried watching some anime the other day. I couldn't get into it. It didn't really do anything for me. Something about like he was like a former assassin that's got to go to hell or some shit like that. I do need to go back and watch that other joint, the one with what's the one where they were forced to be heroes or some shit like that. And then I watched another anime like last week Like it was like this old washed up swordsman, but I didn't really like it. That was like some gooner shit. Shout out to Jiggle Them Balls with the subs. Yeah, Sentenced to Be a Hero. I need to get back on Sentenced to Be a Hero. I watched like 5 episodes of that shit. I didn't really like it either. I turned that shit off. I find a lot of anime to be very mid. So like I only finish ones that are like top notch, I feel like. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The anime, but the washed up swordsman like in his 40s. And then he goes to the kingdom to train the soldiers and shit like that. And all his former students just happen to be big titty bitches. Like, I was like, all right. I was like, all right, man, shut the fuck up, nigga. Like, yeah, on Amazon, a lot of it, sadly. All your students just happen to have fat ass titties. Okay, bro. This show is fucking stupid, bro. Get me out of here, man. Sounds like peak. Is it on Amazon? Is that where I watched? Yeah, I think it was Amazon. Yeah, the old country bumpkin. It was kind of an interesting premise. And then when we got to the city and like all his former students were just gooner chicks, I was like, all right, bro, this is a fucking harem in an anime. I'm not watching this shit, bro. I can't get into that shit. I can't get into like overly. I don't mind like a little, like what's the word they call it in anime? A little fan service. I don't mind like a little fan service. Like I get it. Like it is what it is. Sex sells. But like when it's like half of the fucking show, like I'm like, all right, bro, I'm too old for this shit. So I can't do like excessive fan service. And then I can't do the weird ass animes. Like it'd be like weird ass shit on Crunchyroll. The time I got transformed into a dingleberry, like I'm not watching that shit, nigga. Like, KBH, have you watched the time I got transformed into a dingleberry? No, I did not, nigga. I don't want to learn nothing about no dingleberry hanging off a nigga asshole. The fuck is wrong with y'all niggas, man? So those are the type of two I just cannot get into that shit. I'm too old for that. It just makes me feel weird. Food Wars is weird. But have you seen Hell's Paradise? Nah. Like every once in a while, like I'll just pop up and like try to watch. I need to go back to Sentence of Hero. I did like that one, so I think I'm probably gonna finish that. The last anime I really like genuinely enjoyed was the Gachakuchi one, so I'm waiting for season 2 of that shit. So I'll probably go back to Sentence to Being a Hero type shit. Ubisoft recently shrunk Tom Clancy's studio Red Storm Entertainment, laying off 105. Did you finish Cleativus? I didn't. I forgot about that one. That one's pretty good too. That one's okay. Red Storm Entertainment, the story developer studio behind the Ghost Recon games, has reportedly been shifted to tech support by Ubisoft. As a result, 105 developers have lost their jobs. According to VGC, the news is broken internally at Ubisoft and will see Red Storm Entertainment continue as a global IT and Snowdrop support studio. As such, all game developers have been made redundant. More jobs lost. More jobs lost. Unfortunate. Have you seen the Chainsaw Man movie? I've seen a couple episodes of the show. It was okay, but it didn't really do nothing for me. Marathon's getting a ranked mode. First and foremost, Marathon's ranked mode will be unlocked on March 21st. That's tomorrow at 10 a.m. To access the mode, you must first reach level 25. Moving forward, ranked will only be open to play on the weekends, much like Destiny's Trial of Osiris playlist, and crews of all sizes will be able to play ranked. I don't know how I feel about that. Locking ranked behind the weekends. Every weekend, the ranked playlist will run on different planet-side zones like Perimeter, Dire, Mash, and Outposts. The first weekend, perhaps unsurprisingly, will take place on Marathon's beginner map Perimeter. Curiously, the language on Bungie's post emphasizes planet-side, which could mean the game's forthcoming in-zone Cairo Archive, which takes place on the titular Marathon ship, might also be available at the same time, though Bungie has not outright said as much. Very Bungie. So if you're trying to play ranked, it's coming out tomorrow. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Saki Guti Odigud. I don't know what the fuck that means. I'll tell you this much, I probably will start watching more anime and TV as a whole for reasons. If I can, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to jinx myself. But there might be a reason why I start my watching more TV. Gotta stick that landing though. First look at Absolute Penguin and Absolute Two-Face in the Batman universe. He's super thugged out, face fucked up, though, kind of weird. Still runs his town. Absolute Two-Face looks like Sephiroth. Boom, boom. Anime channel coming? Nah, no anime channel coming. Have you ever watched Angel Cop? I have not. That's all I got, so I guess I'm gonna get on the game. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick first. And I'm gonna feed my puppy, my pepperoni pizza. So give me 5 minutes.